Arrogance has no ROI. Here's one of the most essential branding lessons I've learned. The best brands and leaders don't talk to people. They speak with people. That's why an email exchange with a friend a few weeks ago hit me so hard. It reminded me of how easily we can undermine our ability to connect by prioritizing ego over engagement. But first, a story. I have a buddy who's a successful partner at an advertising agency and writes a great marketing blog. A few weeks ago, he commented on my blog post about the Jaguar branding controversy I wrote after their big brand announcement. He also added a link to his blog on the same subject. It was well written and incisive, so I scrolled to the bottom to post my thoughts and offer a hearty congratulations, only to find no comment box. Trying to be helpful, I emailed him personally to let him know how much I liked his blog and that I wanted a comment, but couldn't find where to post my thoughts. His response floored me. Thanks for the kind words about my post. Yeah, Bruce, we used to have a comments button and we get tons of comments on some of our blogs. But honestly, some folks here don't like being disagreed with. It got to the point where the comments became a battleground. So we decided to remove the comments button. Problem solved. Okay, I admit it, I couldn't help myself. Problem solved or problem exacerbated? Who cares if people disagree with what you write? I think the whole point of a blog is not simply to talk at people, but to start a conversation with them. His reply was polite, but I could tell he wasn't buying it. He said that for his team, keeping the blog clean and on message was more important than engaging with dissenting opinions. And that's where he and I see the world very differently. But first, another story. Our exchange brought me back to a story from early in my career. I was working on a high-stakes campaign for a major client. During the big presentation, one executive voiced a concern about the concept we were recommending. I immediately went into defense mode, arguing why we were right and brushing off his input. After the meeting, my creative director pulled me aside and gave me advice I've carried with me ever since. Bruce, if someone is challenging your idea, it means they care enough to engage. If you listen, you might discover something that can make your work even better. That changed how I approach feedback as a creative professional. Disagreement isn't a threat. It's a chance to dig deeper, to test your thinking and refine your ideas. Because when brands or people stop listening, they stop growing. If you avoid letting your audience engage with you, you're missing out on invaluable insight and you're sending a message that your public's opinions don't matter. Think about some of the world's most iconic brands. The ones that thrive are the ones that invite their audience into the conversation. They listen to complaints, address concerns, and adapt based on what they hear. If you're putting your ideas out in the world, invite people to respond, because building brands is about building trust. And trust is built through connection, not control. Welcome feedback, even when it's uncomfortable. Use it to start the conversation and to keep it going. Shutting down your comments section, whether it's on a blog, a social media platform, or in a meeting, doesn't eliminate dissent. It just moves it somewhere you can't see it. And that's far more dangerous. When you embrace dialogue, you're not just creating better ideas, you're building something much more powerful. A community of people who believe in you and what you do. And that's a return on investment that arrogance will never deliver. Speaking about a good return on investment, I keynoted conferences worldwide and would love to discuss how I can add value to your event. If that sounds like a conversation you'd like to have, please send me a comment saying so.